Hi, welcome to Blackfox Farm and Distillery. Really nice to see you here today. I'm thrilled that you had a chance to stop out because we are an on-farm distillery that really likes to have people come out and tell them all what we do around here. So what we do, we grow booze and flowers. That's what we do. We are grain farmers that decided to try something different, and this is the something different that we came up with. We make vodka, we make gin, we make liqueurs, and we make whiskey. But we are best known for our gin. We make 5 different types of gin, we make 3 different liqueurs and 3 different vodkas, and our whiskey isn't ready yet because in Canada you cannot call it whiskey legally till it's been aged in a barrel for 3 years. We've just turned 3 at the end of August, so it's coming up and it's going to be here soon. But let me tell you a little bit about our gin. So the gins that we make are made with the grains that we grow here on the farm. This is gin number 3. It's a traditional gin. It's made with calendula flowers and rhubarb. And we sent it to the Gin Masters Award in Hong Kong, and it came home with a gold medal. Not bad. But the other gin I want to tell you about is this one. This is our cask gin. It is an oak gin that's been in a barrel for 6 to 8 months, depending on the batch and the barrel. And we sent this one off to the World Gin Awards in London, and we won. Who knew? So this is the world's best cask gin. I hope you have a chance to try it sometime. It is starts off tasting like a whiskey and finishes like a gin. So it's something unique for those gin drinkers or scotch drinkers that want to try something a little more edgy. Well, we were talking about some of our gins, and that's what we're best known for. We actually make 5 different gins. We make gin number 3, gin number 5, gin number 7, gin number 10, and we came up with those names all by ourselves. They actually refer to different batches. We have gin number 3, which is our gins 1 and 2 we made, but we've decided we always want to make gin number 3. Again, made with calendula flowers and rhubarb that we grow here on the farm. It is a traditional gin that goes well with tonic, it goes well with fruit juices. It also makes a fantastic gimlet or a martini if you're up for it. So then we have gin number 5. This is our seasonal gin this year. It is a rose gin, and we grow the roses. We pluck the petals and put them into our gin basket and steep the gin through it, and you get an amazing rose-flavored gin. One of our favorite gins is gin number 7. This is our cucumber gin. A lot of people add cucumbers into their cocktails when they make a gin drink, and we thought, why not put the cucumber right into the gin? So that is what we did. And if you're around in August, you can come and help us pick cucumbers. Now this one is pretty special. This is our mustard gin, gin number 10. If you'll notice, we even left the mustard seeds right in it. So Saskatchewan is known to grow about 70% of the world's mustard. And if we can't grow mustard, I don't know who can. So the Mustard Association came to us and said, could you make us a cocktail with mustard in it? And my husband said, I can do you one better. I will make you a gin. And it has turned out to be so popular that this is one we will always make as well. So it works really well in a whiskey sour, in a mustard gin Caesar. Those are the times that you would want to use a mustard gin. And for those bartenders out there that are looking for that special little something to add into a cocktail, you should try mustard gin. And I always save the last to talk about is the oak gin. This is our world's best oak gin. We sent it to the World Gin Awards in London, England, and came home with the top prize. So not bad for a couple little peanuts out of Saskatchewan. We're quite pleased with ourselves. So this gin is best served neat, on ice or not, but it also works fantastic in a Negroni. If you ever want to try a really souped up Negroni, add the oak gin to it. All right, now that you've heard all about our fantastic gins, why don't you come with me into the distillery and I'll show you how they're made. Well, we are in the back end of the distillery where all the hard work really goes on. I like to tell everyone that we are very proud to say that we are farmers and we grow the grains that go into our bottles. We grow 90% of what goes into our bottles because in Saskatchewan, it's really tough to grow lemon peel and orange peel and those types of ingredients that are really common and just put the finishing touches on a gin. But we do grow all of the base grains. We grow rye, which is what I have in my hands here. We grow triticale, we grow wheat, we grow oats, and we grow barley. And that is what goes into the mash tank. This is the first step in the distilling process. We add the grain, we add the water, and we add the enzymes. And the enzymes' job is to break down the starches into sugars, and then we put it into one of the 2 fermentation tanks, and we add the yeast at that point, and that's where the yeast does its magic and turns those sugars into alcohol. So that is the process that we go through. It is something that we've learned. It's not a lot of recipes that we've had in our past or whatever. I just happened to marry a guy with a really good palate. And it's really interesting too that we come from the part of the world, Saskatchewan, where we are known for growing the best grains in the world. And if we can grow the best grains in the world for baking and for cooking, why can't we turn those into the absolute best spirits in the world? And that is our goal, to make some of the best spirits that you can find in the world. So terroir is something that you've heard about, most likely when they talk about wines. But terroir refers to the place, the climate, the agronomic practices that go into producing a special ingredient. And it's the terroir of Saskatchewan that we really want to harvest. And we believe that with the best grains in the world will come the best spirits. So I hope you enjoy the terroir as much as we do. All right, so we've gone from the fermentation tanks now. That takes about 3 or 4 days, and then we move things into the still. And this is where the magic really, really happens, because now we get to separate out the beautiful part of the distillation process. Our still was custom made for us in Germany and sent out to us in a couple seat containers, and it took us 3 days to put it back together again. But we did it, and it's been functioning very well ever since. We do a distillation now, and then it comes down to the skill of the distiller.
Okay, so basically my only job ends up being trying to make the best whiskey in the world. So it's actually really easy. So today what we're doing is we're mashing triticale, so we're making triticale whiskey, and this is basically what's coming out of the still. And it's quite interesting because now you look at this and you have to figure out if this eventually has a chance of turning into this. So it's all about smell and it's all about flavor, and we put it into the barrels that we get made for us, and after 3 years of spending their days and their nights out in the environment in the prairies, it gets this beautiful color to it, and the aromas change, and it's an additive process. So what it's doing, it's extracting the sugars and the flavors out of the wood, and the wood is doing its share, and it's taking out the stuff that doesn't really taste very good. And what's left over after the angels get their portion is absolutely amazing.
All right, so now that you've had a chance to hear a little bit about our products and learn the process and hear from our head distiller, I thought it was time to give you a sample of what we could do here. So this is the gin number 3 that I've spoken about. We will pour a little bit in a glass for you and let you see how it looks. Fantastic aroma. Again, very nice in a martini. I hope you enjoy. And the next product, of course, that you must give a try to is the oak gin. So here it is. That beautiful color that comes from the barrel, the beautiful flavors that comes from our terroir. Again, I hope you enjoy. All right, well, thank you very much for coming with me on this tour. I sure hope you get to stop by the farm sometime in person, and you can find us in Saskatoon at 245 Valley Road.